And now it's my pleasure to introduce Jen Pastiloff.
I'm not sure I can pinpoint the moment that I first earned the reputation for being positive or inspirational. But I can tell you that the irony isn't lost on me. This is my dichotomy. It is my life's work to be asked how I got over my depression and sadness when some days I haven't even managed to brush my teeth because I'm sitting by the front door with only one sock on and a bag of trash, and I can't find the will to move. But what I'm learning is that it isn't so ironic after all, and that being depressed while embracing joy is not so strange. To pretend to be always perfectly content would be a lie. The same lie as when we believe our own illusions about the people we admire. While we pine over their perfect lives behind their closed doors, they may be silently weeping into a coffee mug. I no longer feel like a fraud for having taken meds either. I have finally come to understand that my success was not owed to medication, but from being myself, being real, and telling the truth about who I am. I like to say that I have a no bullshit clause in all that I do. I think people need that. It's refreshing in a time with so much perceived perfection on social media and in yoga classes. I'm a yoga teacher. I am willing now, in ways I wasn't before, to be honest with others. I'm willing to talk about masturbation or what lies in the bottom of the closet or how I drink too much wine. Honesty is important because it keeps us from being stymied by trying to live up to the expectation of others. Honesty is important because if we don't face our truths head on, they will come back to get us in other more insidious ways. I've carved out a beautiful life and I love what I do, but sometimes, especially lately, I feel the old tug of depression. It's a magnet of sadness buried somewhere next to the grief of losing my father at a young age, although not relegated to just that grief. The sadness can appear out of the blue when I'm leading a retreat to Costa Rica, on a day when I receive a plethora of praise and validation, when everything seems to be on the upswing. No matter how positive my situation may be or seem, the blueness can still come. If depression is a thing in your body, as mine is, some days it lives in my throat and gives me migraines. Other days it makes me hide out in my apartment all day. Then you have to deal with it. Pretending it doesn't exist, like by saying affirmations or posting happy quotes on Facebook, isn't going to help. And to start dealing with it, I say, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how hard it is to keep going when you can't move. When you want to get down really low to the earth and see if you can hear it hum, and when it does, you want to stay there, all flat like that, pressed to the floor. Let's talk about how that nothingness feels. And let's talk about how for some, facing depression means taking antidepressants. Lord knows there are some people who cannot exist a day off medication, literally not a day. In my mind, I keep hearing a quote by Ovid. Be patient and tough. Someday this pain will be useful to you. And so I'm trying. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to be tough. I'm trying to imagine a time when I will have greater perspective about my pain, that I'll be in a place where it could be useful to me. And I also keep thinking that instead of hiding who I am, I should share it. I should tell you what I'm experiencing, the full truth of it.